Mein Name ist Lena Hoffmann. Ich bin 38 Jahre alt. Ich bin Versicherungsberaterin in München, Mutter von zwei Kindern Jonas, der 11 ist, und little Mia, die Gerard 7 Word. Und ich will einen von dem Abend erzählen, der alles verändert hat. But let me back up, because this story doesn't start at a restaurant. It starts 15 years ago in a house where love was measured not in warmth, but in usefulness. I grew up being the dependable one, the daughter who showed up, the one who answered every call, solved every problem, and quietly swallowed every inconvenience because that's what you did. That's what I did. My family didn't call it taking advantage. They called it family, and for a long time I believed them. My younger sister, Vanessa, is charming the way certain people are charming, effortlessly, and entirely at someone else's expense. She and her husband Marcus live in a beautiful apartment in Prenzlauer Berg. Heated floors, exposed brick, and somehow never quite enough money for anything that actually matters. My parents, Werner and Ingrid, raised us in a home where accountability was optional if you were loud enough, and where my mother's favorite conflict resolution strategy was redirecting blame onto whoever was quietest. That was always me. By the time I was 20, I had already wired my father money during a vacation when his card was blocked. By 26, I was negotiating my parents' home insurance after a burst pipe. Because, as my father said, "Lena, you understand these things. It's your world." By 30, I had co-signed a credit account I'm still technically attached to. And by 33, I was paying overdue municipal fees at 10 p.m. on a Thursday because my mother called me crying. And Vanessa, God, the amount started small, 120 euros here, 200 there. The daycare won't hold his spot. The mechanic has the car. They want 2 months up front. I didn't count it for years. When I finally did, I had transferred over 6,000 euros across 3 years, bit by bit, request by request, always with a reason, never with a thank you. My ex-husband Tobias used to say, "Lena, you treat your family like they're clients you're terrified of losing." He wasn't wrong. We separated 3 years ago. No screaming match, no dramatic ending, just slow erosion. Me always on call for everyone except him. Until one day he looked at me across our kitchen and said he didn't know who I was anymore. The divorce was civil. We share custody, we share a calendar, we're trying our best. But my mother framed the split as my failure to hold a marriage together, and then in the same breath praised me for being so strong with the children. Both sentences, back to back, without blinking. Vanessa texted me the week after everything was finalized. "Tobias always expected too much from you. Anyway, can you send 200? Marcus needs new work boots." I sent it. I don't know why. Maybe habit. Maybe the thing that wears love's face but is really just fear. Now, the dinner. My father's 63rd birthday. My mother called the night before with that warm, honeyed voice she only uses when she's about to volunteer me for something. Papa just wants to feel celebrated. The restaurant is lovely, very Italian, very elegant. She stretched the word elegant like she was smoothing fabric. My friend Sabine texted me before I left. "Is this the place with 32 euro pasta?" "Pretty much," I wrote back. "Pack snacks for the kids," she said, "and pack yourself some boundaries while you're at it." The restaurant was called Bella Sera, white tablecloths, soft lighting, the kind of place where the water arrives before you ask for it. We were seated at a large round table, me, Jonas, and Mia, who leaned against my arm like a small warm anchor. My parents, Vanessa and Marcus. My father ordered wine before the menus opened. "Get whatever you want," he said. "Tonight we celebrate." I read the menu quietly and did the math in the background. It's automatic now. I can't sit at a nice table without running numbers like a tab I can never close. Mia pointed at the pasta section. "Mama, can I have those ones with the little ears?" "Orecchietti," I said. "Let me check. Yes, we can do that." Vanessa flagged down the waiter like someone who has never once looked at the right column of a menu. 2 portions of the truffle linguine, extra shavings, and the chocolate fondant to take away. Oh, and the bread basket. She was wearing the earrings I bought her for Christmas. Her old ones had broken. When the food arrived, 2 elegant little boxes came with it, tied in dark ribbon, placed beside Vanessa and Marcus like birthday gifts. Mia's eyes went wide. She leaned toward them the way children do, curious, hopeful, unsure if the good thing is meant for her. "Are those dessert?" she whispered to me. "Those are for the boys at home," Vanessa said breezily, casual, the way you'd mention the weather. "They get fussy about restaurants." Her sons, who weren't there, at a dinner that was supposedly about family. Jonas stared at his water glass. He's 11, old enough to understand what's happening, young enough that it still lands like something sharp. Then my father did it. He picked up 2 folded napkins from the bread basket and tossed them across the table toward my children. They landed near Mia's wrist. "You two can eat when you get home," he said, already chuckling. "No need to fill up on expensive food here." Marcus laughed. "Classic rookie move, Lena." I said, "Got it." And then I sat very still, and something inside me, something that had been bending quietly for 15 years, went completely, finally, calm. The waiter returned with a smile. I stood up. The chair scraped. The table went quiet in that slow, thick way when everyone realizes a conversation is about to become a moment. "Could we have separate checks by household?" My voice came out steady, almost boring. "One for my parents, one for Vanessa and Marcus, one for me and my children." Vanessa blinked. "What?" My father laughed that short, dismissive sound. "Sit down, Lena. I'll handle it." "We'll handle it now," I said. Marcus leaned back. "Don't be that person." Sabine hadn't said a word, but she reached across and held Mia's hand. That was enough. "You're embarrassing this family," my father said, his voice going low. "My family," I said, and I looked at Jonas and Mia when I said it, "is these two, and they're not embarrassed." Vanessa slid the bill toward me. "Just deal with it and send requests later. You're better at this." I didn't touch it. "No." One word, no explanation needed. The kind of no that took 15 years of yes to earn. I ordered my children plain pasta with butter. I signed my check, €83 with tip. Reasonable. My father slid his toward me like a chess move. "Last chance," he said. "No," I said. I helped Mia with her coat. I reminded Jonas about his scarf. And we walked out through the heavy glass door into the cold November air. It was sharp and clean and mine. In the car, Mia swung her feet against the seat. "Are we in trouble?" "No, my love," I said, buckling her in. "We're just in a different chapter now." "Do chapters have pasta?" "The best ones do." What I know now, standing on the other side of that night, is this. Boundaries don't make you cold. They just put your warmth where it was always supposed to go. I'm a mother first, not a safety net, not a second wallet, not the person who absorbs everything and smiles and drives home in silence and calls it love. Love, I've decided, looks like a table where everyone present gets to eat. If your reliability has become someone else's oxygen, if your yes is taken for granted and your needs are treated like inconvenience, this is your sign. You don't have to make a speech. You don't have to leave loudly. You just have to mean it when you say no. That's the whole thing.